Welcome back guys on my channel. Today we're going to review the set 75359 Ahsoka's 332nd Clone Trooper Battle Pack. First of all, we're talking about the box art, which is looking pretty nice. No false advertising as well, because you can see the helmet holds in this one quite well. We've also got the 20 years of Clone Wars symbol here on the side. Overall, a very decent box art design. Now we are taking a look inside of the box and what we're actually getting for the price, and here you can see all the parts included in the set. The recommended age is 6+, 108 pieces overall and 157 insider points for buying the set for a price of 20.99 euros on lego.com. Even though I have not built it yet, it feels very overpriced for the price, at least on lego.com. And we'll talk about the price tag and where you can get it way cheaper later on in the video. The set contains 3 different bags. Here you can see the minifig accessory bag, which is pretty nice. You get 4 of each. As usual, there is a smaller bag for the smaller pieces and 1 larger bag for the main minifigure pieces and the larger pieces. This is a standard battle pack of Lego, so you get 4 minifigures and 1 main build and a smaller build. Here you can take a first look at the 4 minifigures, which is in most cases the main reason to buy these battle packs. The minifigures are decent. I got a few things I dislike and a few things I like, but I will take another in-depth look on the minifigures later on. Now comes a time lapse of the build. Here you can see how much you get for $21. For an experienced builder, this build should not take longer than 10 minutes. And even if you enjoy the build and build it very slow, you won't reach the 15-minute mark. Adding it up with the price, that means you get 1 minute of building for 2 euros, which is pretty expensive, at least in my opinion. And it proves the point. You don't buy the set for the build, you buy it for the minifigures. So the minifigures should be at least above average. So let's see if they make up for the worth of the set. If you decide to buy the set, you will get 3 different minifigures from the 332nd company. Up front you get Captain Vaughn, then you have 2 332nd clone trooper with jetpacks and 1 without one. They all feature the helmet hole, so that means you can actually attach all with a sun visor or the orange rangefinder, which is definitely a plus point, at least for the variations in helmet accessories. But it also leads to the main point what I dislike about these kind of clone minifigures nowadays. Most of you probably already know what I'm talking about. It is these helmet holes here. Don't get me wrong guys, it's just my opinion, but this looks awful. As I already told in my previous review of the 501st Specialist Battle Pack, the problem is not that they exist, because helmet holes are very useful for different modifications and overall customization of your clone army. So I myself are actually pro helmet holes, but in the correct place, and you can see these are not in the correct place. It looks awful without attachment, and they also look very awful with attachment, as you can see here. But that is not my main problem with these figures, because we already knew that issue, and yeah, Lego didn't fix it for the past 4 sets, so why should they fix it now? Which now leads to the main reasons and what bothers me the most about these minifigures. Number 1, Captain Vaughn, or should I say just a normal 332nd clone trooper. This guy right here should be the main reason to buy the set, but he is just a basic 332nd clone trooper. Only difference is the small marking on the front of the torso and his printed jetpack on the back. Other than that, you cannot tell that this is Captain Vaughn, because he has the basic 332nd helmet. Here you can see the side-by-side comparison with the custom version of Clone Army Customs, and yeah, one looks looks like Captain Vaughn and the other one looks like a random officer from the 332nd, if we're being very, very kind. Without the sun visor, it's even worse, and also you can see how misaligned the helmet on the left is, but yeah, I'm gonna talk later more about that. Here you can see how good Captain Vaughn could have looked and how good he looked if you have the Clone Army Custom helmet version and just change it up. The darker orange tone on these custom helmets looks also way more accurate in my opinion, but LEGO already produced an earlier version of these 332nd Clone Trooper in their AAT set, so they have obviously to stick to the color, but that is also not my main point. The main point is the cheap quality of this helmet printing, and also that they're not able to make a custom print for the Vaughn. So now we're coming to point 2. The design and alignment of the print is just very poor. It looks bad and the mold is just wrong, or the design is wrong. Either way, you have to change the mold for the design, or you still have to take the old design for the mold. You can see that very well in this example here. If you turn the helmet to the side and look at the cheeks, it just is off. It's not where it should be. You can see that perfectly. Just look at the black lines. They're not where they should be. Same goes for the front design. You can see it at the top black line. At the T visor is not where it should be. The mouthpiece is just off. If you're looking at the top, they couldn't even print the orange line straight. So yeah, it just looks very cheap. If you compare the Clone Army Custom helmet with the official LEGO helmet side by side, all the issues get even more clear, which means a small company producing custom clone helmets does a better job at printing than LEGO. Yeah guys, I know Clone Army Custom is, in terms of LEGO custom companies, a pretty big company, but compared to LEGO it's just a small light on the mark. They are obviously specialized for clone designs and accuracy because they want to sell clone custom to clone fans, so their figures are usually very accurate. And don't get me wrong here guys, I don't want LEGO to produce the most accurate, realistic Phase 2 clone troopers ever. I actually like the mixed style design of these 2022 clones. My main concern is the printing quality. The mold does not fit with the design, which is just very bad. It's nothing a big company like LEGO should produce. I saw AliExpress minifigures with better helmets than these minifigures. And when even cheap China knockoffs look better than actual LEGO, they got a problem, a real big problem. So coming back to the question, is this set worth just for the minifigures? In my opinion, no. At least not after you bought one because you wanted the special torso for war. And now I show you the reason why I think this set is overrated. I've personally got hundreds of these 501st Clone Troopers already in my collection. These are basically the same minifigures, unless they got real, actually good produced helmets in most cases. And here you can actually see a set of 4 332nd helmets you get for equal of $21 you pay for the set. So it's not really hard to tell which side here looks better. Obviously the right side is way superior. You have more variations. The Vaughn looks better. You got a Recon Trooper, which is a pretty nice helmet, and I just realized my math was wrong because these helmets cost €4 per, so you can also get these heavy 332nd Trooper with this cloth for the same price as the whole set on the left. And most people collecting LEGO in the past several years should have a lot of these bodies in their collection, and if not, then this set actually is a very good pickup for you guys that I can recommend far more than this set, in my opinion at least. Enough ranting guys, now we take a short look at the build. It's overall a decent build, lots of great parts, especially for mock building. Even the stud shooter fit better than in most sets, so I'm kind of fine with them. This thing is honestly the cheapest and smallest side build I've ever seen LEGO, come on. But yeah, whatever, I think most of you can build way better mortars than that anyways, so yeah, I don't care really. And at least the Technic pin is gray and not blue. So that is really kind of your Lego. Thank you. Now we come into the final part of the review where we rate this thing and talking again about all the pros and cons. Starting with the positive facts about the set. First point for the set is the minifigure accessories are great. The build and parts are decent. You can get the set already for way cheaper than on lego.com, and the accessibility is way better than in previous battle packs. But that's probably because the set is just not as good as previous 501st battle packs or clone battle packs in general from Lego. Now talking about the cons. First, and also the biggest problem with the set in my opinion, is the price point. Less quality, less building time, less parts than in previous battle packs. The minifigures, the accuracy of the helmets and the overall printing quality is pretty bad. And the last point, even though we get a unique clone squad with unique clones than usual, nothing about the set really feels special in my opinion. Which leads to a final rating of 3 out of 10 for me personally. Would I recommend you to buy the set? Yeah, maybe one time, but not from lego.com for sure. If you want to buy it, I recommend you using Amazon. I've not getting anything for saying that, but it's the way I do it and where I buy my sets. I know Amazon is not a very great company and there are a lot of points where you can bring valid critique to the table why you shouldn't buy stuff there. But in the case of Lego, there is, at least here for me in Germany, no better way than Amazon to get Lego cheap. Most of the time they've got the best prices. I pay nothing for delivery and the set is here in 1 or 2 days. So yeah, nobody can beat that. There are as always a few exceptions, but lego.com should be always your last choice when buying Lego in my opinion. Or to present a better sentence, don't buy Lego sets full price on lego.com. It is not worth it at all. Check out your local stores for sales. There are also a lot of nice sellers online where you get some pretty good sales, oftentimes even better than there are on Amazon. And lastly, if you want real, accurate and great clones, buy them from Clone Custom. Peace out, Smashwick Studios.